Hi everybody, today's mark is week number 1 of my Welsh Palsy. This is the first time I'm doing a video recording. As you can see, I'm not a native English speaker. I'm actually from Spain, and the reason that I want to communicate in English and do this recording is to be able to get to a wider audience, and also to share and know the experience and feelings of other people that has been affected by Bell's palsy. Bell's palsy is a paralysis affecting one side of the face. In my case, is the left side, and is usually caused by another reason. In my case, I had an acute middle ear infection, and this infection affected the facial nerve, and basically my left side has been paralyzed. How it all started, I suddenly felt my tongue like completely numb, like as if I came from a dentist. I couldn't move my tongue, and it felt weird. And I went to check in a mirror, and then I realized that my left side was completely paralyzed. So I was really scared, because I thought last week that it could be a stroke or a brain attack, because unfortunately I had one in year 2004, that's 11 years ago, and I was really scared that it could be another stroke. So I went to the emergency room in the hospital, and they performed me a CT scan, and the good news was that the brain was completely okay, fine, but I was diagnosed Bell's palsy due to the middle ear infection. So what can I say? As you can see, I cannot move my lips. My eye is not moving in a normal way. I can close my eye, but it's not fully closed. I can move my right side as usual, but the left side is completely paralyzed. I don't have a lot of feeling on when touching, and the tongue and the lips don't move correctly. When I try to move to the left side, it doesn't obey. So it's kind of funny if you check my smile, because it's like, hey baby, how are you? It's like a troll face. So yeah, you need to take it with humor, because otherwise you'll get crazy and insane. So basically, my left side is paralyzed. I'm taking prescription drugs to heal my middle ear infection, and also to minimize and help with the recovery of the Bell's palsy. So basically, it's prednisone, which is like a asteroid pills. I also using some kind of gel for my eye, because the eye keeps watering all the time, and it gets dry even if it's watering all the day. The eye is still dry, so you need to take extra care with the eye. And for example, during sleep time, I need to wear an eye patch, because I cannot close the eye at all. It's even if I'm closing this way, the eye is still open. I don't know if it can be seen in the video, but you still see light coming in. So you need to keep the eye wet during night, otherwise it will dry. Also, the eye patch is to cover it from and prevent accidental damage. For example, if you touch your eye during sleep, so yeah, it's like a pirate. So also I'm taking some antiviral medication, and because the middle ear infection could have been caused by a virus or by a bacteria, so I'm taking both medication for virus and bacteria. And also to prevent a possible cause of herpes. I don't know, sorry, I don't know if it's pronounced correctly. As I said, I'm not a native English speaker. I'm actually from Spain, and the English that is being taught in Spain is horrible. So I apologize for my funny language. So yeah, my ear is somewhat affected. I can hear and listen to sounds, but it's difficult for me to identify the origin of the sound. I mean, I can hear someone calling me, but unless I have a visual cue, I don't know if the sound comes from behind or in front of me. So sometimes it's weird when you're in your workplace, because someone is calling you and you are looking elsewhere. So it's how it's affecting me, my listening. Also, my taste, my mouth and lips and tongue are not working correctly. So taste some days is working, some days it isn't working. So it's like you are eating paper, or you don't know if it's salty or sour or sweety. Some days it's working normally, if I could say normally. My left side of the mouth and my tongue is not working as it should be. So when you are eating or drinking liquids, it always comes outside. You cannot control it. So for example, when you drink from a bottle, you need to keep your lips closed and drink from the other side, or use a straw. So it affects your daily routine in some way, but it's not a stopper to have a normal life, at least for me. I know from other videos and other experience from other people that it is affecting them a lot. So my eye is really is the worst part of it. The eye is dry. It keeps watering. It's it's really annoying because I have a blurred vision. I'm not able to focus on an object, so you're kind of seeing double, and it's if you're crying all day without a reason. So it's when you speak to someone, it seems like you are feeling really horrible, and it's not. It's just my eye which is watering and crying. It's not my feelings or my mood. The worst part is also the speech impairment. There are lots of sounds that I just cannot get it right. For example, P, B, V, F, R. The tongue just doesn't work. So it's difficult to communicate with other people, and it's even more difficult to communicate through phone, because when you are face to face with another person, you can use your hands. You can provide a lot of visual feedback on what you want to communicate. But if you need to speak on the phone, it's really annoying, because even if you explain that you are affected by Bell's palsy, unless they know exactly the symptoms and the consequences, it's people that doesn't understand. So you have to explain a lot of stuff, and explain all the things that are happening to you, or repeat a lot of time the same word just in order to get understood. When I speak to another person face to face, I have to exaggerate the lip moves from the other side. So I need to speak this way. Hello, I'm trying to communicate with you in order that you can understand me. So it puts a lot of stress on your other muscles. During the first days, I got really exhausted. It's just from speaking the minimum. And a few days later, your body is getting used to it. Your in my case, the right side, the same side, the correct side, is becoming more comfortable with the paralysis on the other side. So it might seem that you are making progress, because people can understand you better, and they can see that you are moving your face and your lips and your eyes and everything, and they can tell you, oh, you are making progress. I'm glad for you. But the truth is that I'm not making any progress at all. My left side is still paralyzed like day one, so it's just my other side that it gets used to it and finds workarounds to this disability or impairment or whatever you call it. So I don't know how much time it can take for me to fully recover, or even partially recover. All I know is that I have a lot of patience. I'm a really optimistic person. And well, if it takes 3 weeks, okay. If it takes 3 years, what can I do? It's what I have and how I feel this now. So I hope that my video could work as a providing an experience to other people that is affected by Bell's palsy. And I will commenting and sharing my thoughts, my opinions, my evolution, my progresses, and if it could be useful to someone like me, which is being affected by Bell's palsy, then I'll be happy. So my experience could work to improve the life of another person. So that's my main goal of these video journals. Also to keep track of the progress, because I can see from video to video if I'm making progresses in my everything that is affecting me, and also to provide a platform for Q&A, discussion, whatever, from other people, whoever could be watching this video. So feel free to share your views, your opinions, your thoughts, whatever. As far as I'm from my side, I'll try to answer any question that you could have, and that's all. See you next week, and thanks for watching.